Welcome to my new studio. We are starting the build of the room. So we're going to do the ceiling first because I don't have the side panels yet and I'm still indecisive about the rear wall. So the first thing we're going to do today is build a square base trap in the upper corner of the room where the ceiling meets the wall. Base travels along the walls, and then where the wall meets the ceiling in that corner, you get like the most efficiency when you want to trap base. You want to do like 1 meter by 1 meter, 3 feet by 3 feet. If you're American, we can't do that because it's a small room, it's a low ceiling, so we're going for 40 by 40. The ones we're getting is 22 by 50. First thing I want to do, put them on the floor and then see if they're fine. Okay, that's good. As long as there's nothing that's going like that. Let's do 5 of these. What can't you fit in a polo? Comment down below what you can't fit in a polo. So there's copyrighted music outside. We cannot have that. So we're gonna see how well these do as a door. Oh. Whoa! Oh. First thing we need to do, because we need to have this level. Now, what I wanted to do was get a cross laser, which you can put on a stand, and you can put it to that height, and then it just gives you a laser all across the room. I was like, that is amazing. Then I checked their price. 400 euros. All the panels that I'm going to do is not even 400 euros. I am broke, like I've mentioned many times before, so this is going to be a budget build. By the way, this video cannot be monetized because there's music on the background. If you want to see more about studio build and everything, hit the join button down below because there will be members updates on the entire studio build. You get to see every single thing as a member of the Virtual Internship. So I'll see you there. So we've got screws that are long enough, hopefully, to do drywall into the OSB. So we want to pre-drill. We want to have something that's similar size to this, so yeah, it'll work.
That's what she said.
Sure. She knows it's a little bit bigger than that. We're not going to make this look pretty. Some measurement first. And that's
Big pencil coming up.
thank you.
That's what she said.
Is this going to be the entire video? That's what she said, Over here, we're gonna measure 42. The first screw of the day, of the studio build. Woo! Wow. So then over here, I'll do the same. Let me pre-drill for a second. Yeah, 42. Yeah, so that is basically going to be it for the entire wall there and the entire wall there. The moment of truth. Yes, it's level. What we're going to do is we've got the 3 slats over there. Then we're going to build the other sides. So we'll put that like that. And then the small ones you've got, we'll put onto this first, this big one. Then we take those off of the wall. We complete this frame. And then we put that on over there. And then we can connect it to the ceiling later. First, we're gonna measure 60 centimeters. 120, 194, let's just put one at 160 as well. Doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to work. And then I need 38. I just want to sand it down a tiny bit because we're going to put the fabric over later. If we have like uneven or too sharp bits, it's gonna be ugly. They hopefully cannot hear the music. I'm So I won.
I mean, I could like close our perfect door.
Wonderful. Door supported by session now. Great, and then that is gonna go up like that. That's basically going to be the entire thing. Okay, so we've tacked the frames together. The nice thing is that there's 11 studios being built, that they've got a ton of equipment they let us use, so that's great. That went so much quicker. It's basically big nails that just go through this into wood. Solid. Now I'm pre-drilling the holes to put them onto the wall. I'm alternating them. So one is lower and one is higher. Kind of randomly putting these in, but I'm trying to keep like 20-30 centimeters between each hole. Okay, we're back. It's another day. I am all by myself. Cue Whitney Houston. I don't know. Today I want to kind of finish at least this one over here. And as I don't have anyone to help me out, I can't really do this one because you saw how it went with the three of us. So let alone if I do it myself. So what we are going to do today is we need to connect this to the ceiling. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to chop off a couple of those boards. So that is what I need to cut. And then sure, you just stay there. But then the important part for that is that this does this. So we need to connect here so this is even more stable. But then this needs to connect to the ceiling so we can staple in the cloth over here, wrap it around here, and then put it in there. So this needs to be nice and snug, which you can already see. It's not going amazing because this has a little bit of a bow on it. So we're going to use this board for these ones. Okay, I'm not going to make this too hard. Just gonna do this, and then I actually need to be slightly lower. 40.5. I think first I need to find 3 planks that are actually straight enough. Like that. That's straight enough for me. Okay, with these I don't have to be precise, so that's great. Great. I don't have to cut them to the exact same length because we made them a little bit short anyway. Great. Let's see, right there. Great. Halfway here. I don't think I need more than 1 screw, but maybe I do and I'm screwed. Woo! The fact that it's Sunday and I'm tired does not mean I have less bad jokes or dad jokes. Ooh, balance. Great. See? Just put this up. I've got a little bit of play so I can pull it up a bit. Maybe I need more. Oh, it's actually 42. Am I making sense? Let me think for 1 sec, then I'll be back. Yeah. It's one of those days. Leave a little bit of play over there. Maybe I'll put in 1 more. What I want to try now. Now I've never done this before, so I don't know if this is going to actually work. So if you want to give me tips in the comments, feel free, but make them constructive. I'm gonna do this and then put it on there. So we can still do this and then fine tune in a second. Or I can measure like that, put the blocks in, then screw this on. Which, no, I think that might be easier. I wish I had like a holster. I wanted to do the flip, but I'm not going to do the flip. No, not right now. Not ever. I mean, let's measure along that. So we have an accurate measurement. 40, sure. Well, that 1 millimeter, only I am going to see. Yeah, and that should be the same as that. Can I then already loosely put that beam up? I'm leaving this like that because maybe I still need to change it when this one goes on, because I want this to be as flush as possible. Might have been easier to put this over here, so I could screw in over here and screw in over there. What I want to try to do now is, because this is going into the ceiling, I want this to be already on there. Then we can mount this to those. There's still flexibility, and then we can measure and actually screw it into the ceiling. I think that is going to be nicer. This is slightly harder because I want it to be snug over there. And then I also want it to drill in over here. Don't know if this was the best idea. But yeah. Just think it's all very awkward to do on your own. But hey, you might be doing the same. You might also not have friends. And then we can do this. Once this is snug, I don't mind if it's not exactly perfectly aligned, as long as it's not like doing this, because that you're going to see after the fabric, I think. We tighten up the ceiling. I actually really don't think we need an extra screw. And the last one, I've got a new idea. Maybe I first do this and these in one frame. And then I put this up, screw in these holes over there. And then I do these. This there, it's a bit annoying, but we'll work around it. 3 of these here. Here, I think I need to be a little bit after. We can put this in later. The guys here have been so kind to let me use these, which makes it way quicker. But if I mess something up, this is permanent. So then I need to video it all over again. And if I screw it in, then I can screw it out again. I have a hunch that this is going to be way quicker. I'm just doing one hole right now, so I can still align later. And I think it will be strong enough. Re-drilling these. And then this is what we're getting. I'm just gonna try. Trial and error. That's this entire build. So bear with me. Okay, doesn't matter. You can fix it. You can fix it. That is 42. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste you. Would you? Let me know if you think, yo, you need to put 500 screws in the ceiling, otherwise your studio is gonna explode. Align to that. Is that righty-tighty? Yes. And then we need to finish those bits. So what I'm going to do over on this side is, first I'm going to put this in like that, because then after We can put this on top of that. Could have probably also found a way to connect this together directly. Scrap that. I'm going to drill a 45-degree hole over there so I can screw in to that. And then I hope I don't split any wood. Yeah, no, that's not working. It's splitting over there and it's, yeah, no. Let's try putting that on. That's not the 6th time that something fell. Not at all. Oh, cool. Look at that. Ooh, it's a tunnel. And that is the end result. So that is super sturdy. And now we can put in the staples like that and go around that as well. Great, we're back. Day 3 of the build. I learned a lot from doing that side. I tried 3 different methods and I think the last method works best. So what we're going to do today is I prepared these. Those are the top ones to go into the ceiling. So the first thing we're going to do is put them up, measure 42 centimeters and screw these into the ceiling. Because then what we can do is we can get these up and then you can hold them up while I screw them onto that top beam and into the wall. And I think that is going to make life way easier for us. The more you do on the ground, the easier the entire build will become. Got new tools, no more shitty, shaky ladders, but this might actually make things a little bit nicer and easier. Also this, we can actually put this up, and then you see a line there, and then if we measure over there, if it's 42 centimeters, and we measure over there, if it's 42 centimeters, the laser is going to be straight, so we've got a green line on the ceiling of 42 centimeters. And then we can grab the top planks and just put them there, and they're in before you can say hail.
Hey.
Yeah, well, to infinity and beyond. Oh, to the counter. Is that 50? I've marked 42 centimeters over here, and there it's straight. But then where I marked it over here on the ceiling, it is not. So we are going to put it to the front a little bit more, and then we can see over there. Okay, do not touch this. See if it's actually 42. No, it's 41 and a half. 42.2. I'm just going with it, man. How much are we betting that this is exactly 42? $10.
$10? Okay.
It's 42.
Nice.
This needs to go that way. I don't know if this fucks up my floor, but... Okay, they're both up. Both of the corner traps are in. So it's onto the ceiling in the next video. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on anything of the studio build. Like this video, and if you want to see every update of this room and of the acoustics, hit the join button down below, because that will bring you to the virtual internship. Also, if you want to help me build my dream studio over here, check out the affiliate links down below. I've got one for Thomann, for KMR UK and KMR Germany. And with those 2 KMRs, you get 5% off with the code Thomas5. So you get to build your dream studio with a discount, and you get to help me build my dream studio with that same discount for you. So win, 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 win. See you on the next one when we are going to do the ceiling. Until then, later.